Hello and welcome to my library management system. This is for Project 2 in Computer Science 1437. This is the home menu page, which is essentially the sign-in page. The first thing you're going to want to do is actually sign up. So you're going to sign up, you're going to put in your name, and you're going to put in your contact info. Then you're going to sign in. You're going to put in your borrower ID. And then you're actually going to be in the library. So once you're in the library, you're going to be able to do all sorts of things. You're going to be able to look for books, borrow a book, return a book, request renewals, pay fines, list all books, and list all borrowers. Let's just see who else is in the library right now, just to check it out. And right now we only have me, so we have my ID, my name, my contact info, which I just put. And we have my outstanding fines, and because I didn't borrow anything yet, I'm not gonna have any fines, so that's pretty good. And you're not gonna be able to save or load from in here. You're gonna have to sign back out again. Then you're gonna be able to save, and then you're gonna be able to load again if you want. So you load, and then you exit, and damn, you did your library visit. Voila. So now let's actually look into the code behind this. So we got main, we got file manager, we got loan, we got borrower, we got book, and we got financial report. And all of these are necessary when it comes to adjusting the requirements of a library system. But even more than that, I think the way that I used each class is pretty nice, pretty clever. So for example, in file manager, this is the class, or yeah, it has the class that essentially saves and loads your library states for you. So within here we got, and by the way, in here I'm using these standard libraries, SStream and FStream. These are necessary for not just for file handling, but also for string parsing, which is important when you're saving to a text file and then loading back from that. You have to parse that so it's both readable and easy to get from when you're reading from that text file when you're loading. So after you parse that and do all of that, you're essentially just saving a text file and then loading and reading from that text file every time you're saving and loading in my library. So moving on to loans, we have, I mean, this is pretty rudimentary. We have all of these private attributes like loan ID, borrower, book, loan date, due date, and overdue fine. So if you keep a book over its due date from when you were loaned the book, you're going to have to pay a certain fine. And those fines accumulate, in which the more fines you get, the higher that price goes, and then you're going to have to pay all of that back. After that, we have things like get borrower ID and set due date. These are things that you can update or things that you can read from within here. Well, obviously this is just a header file. These are the actual functions here. Going on to, gotta move all the way over here. Going on to financial report, we got add loan, calculate total revenue, calculate revenue by genre. These are all things that, you know, a typical library manager are going to want to do. Going on to inheritance, I used inheritance in my borrower class. Let's put that aside for now. I used inheritance in my borrower class. So what I really have is a user class, which is the base class. That's the pure abstract class that the other classes are derived from. And those other classes are borrower, which most people are going to be part of. So I put most of my attention in that. And we also have the manager class, which just has one class or method that really seems manager-esque, which is approve borrower. So anytime there's a borrower that signs up, the manager can approve or disapprove if they don't want them in the library. And I'm the manager, so yeah. But yeah, so that's where I use my inheritance. And going on from that, I also think my comments were pretty concise. I just pretty much added like a few tag words, and sometimes I use some sentences just kind of for me, like, hey, this is what this is doing, this was the thought process. Like here, this is like my vision. Like I have a menu system, and that's dependent on whether you're signed in or not. So you'll get this or you'll get this, and based on if you're signed in or not, you'll have those switch cases. So you'll have things like case 3 where you can return the book. That's only if you're signed in, and if you're not signed in, then you'll have these options like sign in, sign up, delete borrower, and things like that. That's like delete your account. And yeah, so that's my library management system. I think it's pretty neat. And yeah, thank you.